garlic knots, unbelievable wings, chips with guac, homemade queso, ciabatta sando bites, and a luxurious cheese board. So with that, let's get our time check, set the clock, and begin. One of our biggest bottlenecks is the time that it takes to rise our garlic knots. So there's no question we have to start there. Whisk 1 tablespoon and 14 grams of instant yeast into 1¼ cup or 300 grams of water that's around 95 Fahrenheit. Then whisk in 1 egg yolk. Now you got yeasty egg water. In a medium-sized bowl, add 3½ cups or 525 grams of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon or 3 grams of amylase, which is an enzyme to soften the dough, 1½ teaspoons or 11 grams of fine sea salt, and 3 tablespoons or 42 grams of granulated sugar. Whisk together till combined. Add your yeasty egg to a stand mixer bowl fitted with a spiral thing. Begin mixing on medium-low speed, adding your flour about 1/4 cup at a time until you have a rough dough, and all your flour is added. Knead for 5 minutes or till smooth, then add 2½ tablespoons or 35 grams of unsalted softened butter. Once that's incorporated, mix for 1 more minute or till smooth and beautiful. Properly shape into a light ball and place into a grease bowl. Cover with plastic wrap. Give a very work-appropriate name, and that is your dough. Sit and rise at room temp till plump and doubled, about 1 hour. Now full stop. You've got a full hour. Get all of your knife work out of the way, okay? That means chop your garlic, slice your chilies, dice your onions, etc. You see what I'm trying to say here? Knife work. Done. If you don't do it, then don't expect a kiss from...
What's up, family? What's up? Welcome to the channel. Hey, man, go ahead and wipe your feet before you come in. That means just hit the like button. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Keith, and guess what? The Super Bowl is coming up. The Super Bowl is coming up. That's what he's doing right now. That's the prep game, and prep game in cooking is everything. If we got cooks out there, hey, hit that like button. Hey, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Hey, what you got? What are you guys planning on doing for the Super Bowl? What are you guys planning on eating? Which, if you're cooking the food, you probably won't be able to eat anyway, because you like eating the food that you cook. I kind of like eating the food that other people cook. Hey, but go ahead and hit that like button. Hey, man, welcome to the channel. Hey, let's finish this video.
Now, if you finish your knife work before that hour, good work. And in that case, let's talk queso and guac. For the queso, get a medium-sized pot, add 2 tablespoons or 25 grams of vegetable oil, set over medium heat, and add 1 thinly sliced serrano chili, seeds and all, okay? Don't be a baby. And half of a diced yellow onion. You'll use the other half in the guac. Now, season that to taste with salt and sweat your veg, stirring occasionally until just softened, about 2 to 3 minutes. Then add 1¼ cup or 295 grams of whole milk. Stir that just until thickened, then add ½ a pound or 227 grams of grated cheddar cheese. Stir till melted, then add ½ a pound or 227 grams of grated American cheese. They could go all cheddar, but mix the highs and lows on this one. Season and taste with salt and pepper, and that is your queso.
I like to go cheddar on that queso. Hey, but queso is something that you got to have. But I would suggest having some small containers out. Don't just have everybody dipping in your stuff, just dipping in. I would set it up where make sure that get some throwaway plates, like some little paper throwaway plates, just so they can put the queso on there. People are going to be drinking, and as people start drinking, they get a little sloppy here and there, and you just want to make sure you watch the germs, especially right now in this season, because a lot of people are not feeling too well right now. So make sure, people are washing their hands. Of course, I hope you as a cook, you're washing your hands. I mean, I feel like with cooking, you have to treat people how you want to be treated. So, but with that queso, hey, make sure you put extra cheese and make sure you keep some extra small plates too.
They could go all cheddar, but mix the highs and lows on this one. Season and taste with salt and pepper, and that is your queso. For the guac, I mean, come on. You don't really need a recipe for this, right? Just at least do this in a molcajete if you have one. And if you don't...
What's up, family? If you got a guac recipe in your... If you have a guac recipe in your head, hey, man, put a W in the comments. If you already automatically know how to cook guac, you do not need anybody telling you what to do. You done did it so much, and it's so simple, but your recipe is the best recipe. But here's a recipe for you right here.
3 avocados, obviously the skin and pit removed. The zest of 1 lime. Lightly mash that to get it going, but don't mash all the way, all right? Don't get all ahead of yourself here. Add salt to taste, 1/4 bunch of cilantro, finely chopped, the juice of 1 lime, half a finely diced onion. See, that's the other half of the onion. 1 finely diced jalapeno, and 1 diced Roma tomato. Mix all that together till mashed to your liking and distribute it evenly. Adjust salt and acid levels as needed. Place into a bowl cover with plastic wrap and keep your cheese warm. Don't get all whiny if it thickens. Oh my God.
Keep your cheese warm.
Then back to our dough. Degas that bad boy. Lay onto a lightly floured counter and shape into a rough rectangle that's about 14 inches long. Cut that perpendicular to the long side into 14 1-inch strips. See what's happening? 14 1-inch strips on a 14-inch log. Now take one of those strips, roll roughly into a 7 to 8 inch
I'm gonna be honest with you, family. I'm not about to make those knots from scratch. I'm not about to make that dough from scratch. If anybody got some ideas out there where we can do this dough thing a little easier, what store can we go to? What product do we need to buy so we can get past the process of making the dough from scratch, man? I don't think we built for that. Some of us are not built for that. Some of us are though. But leave me in the comments where you can get some dough that's already ready to go. We need that dough ready to go so we can go to the Super Bowl.
Vlog, assuming you know what that looks like by heart. Then just tie that into a rough knot, tucking the tails underneath the dough, and place onto a baking sheet lined with greased parchment paper, and repeat with all of your pieces of dough. Cover that lightly with another inverted baking sheet wrapped with plastic wrap, proof at room temp for 30 minutes, and while that's proofing, make your garlic butter. By melting down half a cup or 112 grams of unsalted butter, once hot and melted, cut the heat and add 4 sprigs of thyme and 4 cloves of finely chopped garlic. Stir together and, well, that's it. It'll infuse in like 30 seconds. Don't heat it back up, don't boil the butter, the garlic will go bitter. Now very lightly brush your proof buns with your garlic butter, reserving the majority for later, and bake at 400 Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes or till baked and lightly browned, like these lovely.
What's up, family? Hey, you think we can get away with croissants? Because that's what it looked like. It almost looked like a croissant. You think we can get away with croissants and then putting the butter and stuff over the top? What you think? Leave me a comment. Can we get away with croissants? Can we do it with a croissant?
Please. Pull them out and immediately toss into a bowl. Pour over all of your warm melted garlic butter. Hit that with smoked flaky salt, or regular if you don't want to be Mr. Fancy Pants. 1 cup or 95 grams of fresh grated Parmigiano Reggiano. A quarter cup or 20 grams of finely chopped Italian parsley. Toss together till evenly coated. And those are proper garlic knots that don't f around. Now, there's a bunch of waiting between all that baking and tossing and blah, 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 blah. Any waiting moments where you have more than 10 minutes? Make your cheese board. This is the golden ticket to your time, so don't skip, because I know you're thinking about it and that hurts my feelings. Get your cheeses and caught on camera. The first time I've cut myself in ages. No, not when I was cutting the cheese.
Reporting live from the sideline here with the man himself. Looks like you took a big hit out there, Josh. How are you feeling right now?
What's up, guys? What's your favorite cheese, man? I got to have that extra sharp cheddar, but I see on this plate, does he have the cheddar? I don't see the cheddar. I gotta have me some extra sharp cheddar. You know, and I guess he got all this other different type of cheese because he's Mr. Fancy Pants.
Now lay down your brie wedge as a whole slice. Slice up some manchego, some gruyere, ramekin, some Castelvetrano olives, the world's favorite cheese board olive, some sliced calabrese, strawberry jam, thinly sliced green pear, and last but not least, some crusty sourdough. Sliced thick, toasted beautifully, and cut on a bias. Now that's a goddamn cheese board. Of course, modify the amounts of each item on here based on the party size, and if you want, get a little creative, pal. Almost there. At this point, we need to move on to our wings. For the sauce, get yourself 2 pounds grams of chicken wings, and there better be some.
Before we even get started, what's your favorite chicken wings? Leave it in the comments. Man, mine's is garlic parmesan. Garlic parmesan. Garlic, I don't think we're going to make none right here. I think we're probably going to do traditional barbecue, but garlic parmesan.
Flats in here, okay? Don't be the person that makes lame-ass drum-at-only wings. No good. Add 2 teaspoons or 6 grams of kosher salt, 1 pinch of ground white pepper, 1 tablespoon or 8 grams of grated ginger.
Drums,
toss
please.
Together. Listen to that symphony. Nice. And for the sauce, combine a quarter cup or 45 grams of gochujang. Link in the description for that if you don't have any. 3 tablespoons or 48 grams of honey. 3 tablespoons or 45 grams of ketchup. 2 tablespoons.
What's you guys' favorite wings? I mean, part is it the drumstick or is it the other part? I just got a bearing fault. Flats, or is it the flats? Record this, or is it the flats?
Or 40 grams of dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons or 19 grams of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of mirin. Whisk that together, bring that to a light boil for 1 minute. Once the sauce is off the heat, add in 4 cloves of finely chopped garlic, stir together, and that is your sauce. We'll fry our wings last, so they're fresh. Now our last piece is, well, a sandwich. Yet another time-saving item. So polite. First, let's begin with our pesto mayo. Add 2 bunches of basil in a blender, a quarter cup or 32 grams of toasted pine nuts, 5 cloves of garlic, half a cup or 50 grams of finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano, a third cup or 90 milliliters of water. Blend that on high until as smooth as possible. You can always add a little more water to loosen if it's not blending. Then stream in a quarter cup or 60 milliliters of extra virgin olive oil very slowly and gradually until all of it's been added and you have a smooth, glossy, vibrant green sauce. Pour that into a bowl that contains 1 cup or 192 grams of mayonnaise. Stir to combine, season to taste with salt and lemon juice as needed, and that is your pesto. pesto mayo. Assembly is very easy. The rest is making a sandwich. It's pretty basic. Get a whole loaf of ciabatta, ideally a big boy. Cut in half lengthwise, sauce both sides generously. Stack in this order starting on.
What's you guys' favorite bread? What's you guys' favorite bread, and what's your favorite dressing? Put it down in the comments. What's your favorite bread? What's your favorite dressing?
The bottom bun, 2 balls of fresh mozzarella, half a pound or 225 grams of salami, 4 to 5 slices of provolone, half a pound or 225 grams of mortadella, a quarter head of iceberg lettuce, thinly sliced, pickled banana peppers to your heart's desire. And naturally, crown your hefty long king. That's a sandwich for a big boy, all right? If you have enough people coming to the big game, I would double this. Once you have your sandwiches, simply cut that into as many little segments as you want. You want big segments? Great. Small segments? Great. That's how you serve a big sandwich.
What's up, family? Okay, that's some ideas for your Super Bowl, man. Hey, if you're planning on cooking something different, hey, leave me in the comment. Let me know what you guys are cooking for the Super Bowl. Hey, man, welcome to the channel. My name's Keith. Hey, man, if you stayed this long, thank you. It's a million other channels, but you decided to come to this channel, and I appreciate you. Whether it's 1 or a million, I appreciate you guys. Hey, as you know, this is a Walk to Live channel, so that means we walk every day. Hey, man, I have to walk every day. Are you walking today? Are you running today? Remember, nobody can love you like you can love yourself, and you got to give people examples of how you want to be treated, family. Hey, I have to walk. I'm obese, and 90% of America is too. If you walk, went to the gym, did some type of cardio, even if you walk to work. Let's keep on moving. Let's stay moving. Hey, welcome to the channel. I love for you to become a member. I'll see you on the next one. Hey, happy Super Bowl. Hey, let's get it. Leave in the comments who you're rooting for. I'm not going to tell you who I'm rooting for, but leave in the comments. I don't want to piss none of my people